That's right, Elizabeth. I'm here in Deadwood at the Pump House at the Mind Blown Studios, joined now with Tony Gerlach, who is the owner and the artist here. Now, Tony, where did you come up with the idea to have a glass-blowing studio here in Deadwood?
Well, I've always wanted to have a glass-blowing studio, and I went to school in San Diego for glass blowing. And when this place became available for rent, I jumped on the opportunity and opened it up, and things have been going really well. So
very good, very exciting. So we're just going to go ahead and make something today. So what are we making today?
I will be making a wavy bowl for you guys today. So
awesome. Well, let's get started. Right. Tell us the process. Ooh, there's this hot oven over here. I'm going to take my jacket off here pretty soon.
So inside of here, I have 135 pounds of molten glass, and I will dip in with the rod to take a small gather of glass. And glass, when it's molten, is about the consistency of honey. So you always want to keep the pipe rotating. And as you can see, I'm trying to shape the glass on the end of the pipe by using the table.
Yeah.
And we're going to kind of let it cool off a little bit because I'm actually going to do one more gather over it to increase the mass of the glass.
Okay, so now how hot is that?
This is about 2,100 degrees right now. Woo. And every time we roll across the table, it's cooling it a little bit. Gotcha. So you can see that it's not moving quite as much now.
I feel like this could be a long process, back and forth.
It is, yep. I go back and forth between these two machines quite often. So now I'm actually going to take one more gather, and then we're going to go straight into the color and apply the color.
That looks like the fun part, the color.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, now this oven, I mean, you want to be very safe around this oven, I'm assuming. Wear lots of clothes, be protected. And now you're taking another gather.
Yep.
Woo, look at that. That is on fire.
And we're going to shape it up real quick, and then we'll go straight into the color.
Oh, fun. So now the color, basically, what is this?
It is just broken up little pieces of glass, and they come from the manufacturer like that. It's called frit. So it comes in all different shapes and sizes. And when the glass is molten, as you roll across it, you can see that it will just adhere to it. And then we need to make sure that we get the bottom full of color, too. So we go straight up and down, and then we'll go right back to the side.
Wow, it looks very squishy.
It is. It's hard to keep it on center. So now that we have a good color on there, we're actually going to go inside the glory hole.
The glory hole?
Yep. This will reheat the glass that we just supplied, so it'll melt it into the other glasses there. Right. And it will become one. So.
All right, very good. Well, we're in the process of making something, and you guys are going to check us in on us in just a little bit. News Center 1 Today. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to News Center 1 Today. I'm Anya Mueller, broadcasting live here at the Mind Blown Studios in Deadwood with Tony. She is the owner and the master gaffer. Now, Tony, what is a gaffer? A
gaffer is a master glass blower. It's just a term for a glass blower.
And that you are. She's been doing it for over 15 years. Now, this is a busy process here. We started out with just that little ember in the glory hole, and now she is in the midst of making this very beautiful bowl. Now, Tony, can you tell me some of the steps you took to make this bowl what it is so far?
Well, some of the steps right after you guys cut from us, we blew out a vessel. So we blew into the object that you saw us making before, and then we transferred it to this rod. And now you can see that I'm warming it up, and it will spin out, and we'll turn it into a wavy bowl. So right now we're just getting it pretty hot in there.
Yeah, see, you can tell she's very concentrated because one little misstep could blow the whole thing, the whole process. So bowls like this, bigger projects take about an hour, but you can make smaller projects. I'm trying to get out of the way here. That is hot. Smaller projects take about 15 minutes. So right now, oh, look at that. How cool is that?
Mm-hmm. So what we did was just heat up the lips a little bit, and then when you spin it out, then let it set, and it will turn into a wavy bowl. So here is actually the finished bowl. And we're going to actually go right over here, and we're going to break it off. So to break off the piece, we're just going to chill the bottom, and hopefully with a swift hit, it breaks right off.
There we go. Look at that. Final project there. And now what are you doing?
So right now it's going inside is what is called an annealer, and this is running at 950 degrees right now.
Woo.
Then when we're done for the day, it'll actually go into a cooling process, and it'll cool about 100 degrees an hour. So tomorrow morning it'll be ready to go.
Very good. Well, thank you so much, Tony, for your time today. And yes, it is very hot in here, but I hear a cold weekend may be ahead. Eric, back to you in the studio.
It's the last day of the Fill the Boot campaign. Anya Mueller joins us from Bacon Park with the Rapid City Fire Department. Anya?
And good morning and welcome to a special edition of Firehouse Friday. I'm Anya Mueller reporting from Bacon Park with Brent Long from the Rapid City Fire Department. Now, you guys have been doing this all week. You're filling the boot for MDA. How's it been going?
Oh, it's just incredible. I mean, the weather has been awesome. People here in Rapid City are just incredible. I mean, they're stopping by and they're emptying every little bit of change they've got and they're filling our boots.
Okay, and where's the money going?
It stays right here locally. I mean, it helps local families. It helps them with either equipment or research or treatment. I mean, all of that, and it all stays local, right for our families here.
Okay, and what's the MDA organization all about?
The MDA organization is basically to raise funds for research. They're very heavy into that, getting those people equipment. And one of the best things about it is they've got this summer camp for these kids that's specially designed for them, so they can get out there and they can be a kid.
Now, today is the last day. What's your guys' goal, money-wise?
We're hoping to beat 46,000 like we had last year, and I tell you what, we are so close. So we hit 35 already. So.
Absolutely. Well, you heard it here. Fill the boots for MDA. I'm Anya Mueller reporting from Bacon Park. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Anya and Brent. It's our Maltese Cross Orange Muscat. It's one of our most popular ones. It's a great brunch wine, so it's perfect for right now.
Perfect.
And it's going to have a lot of aromas of mandarin orange and peach, and then you're going to have a great little finish of honey and golden raisin.
Well, let's pour one then. I mean, we're here. We might as well. I mean, they say wine is the breakfast of champions. At least they say that. Maybe somebody says that.
And so you like to
smell it.
Yep. Look. Try to look and see. Make sure it's clear and swirl it so you get all of the aromas out of it.
Looks
and then
tasty.
smell.
Woo! That'll get you going in the morning, that's for sure. All right, and where can people get tickets?
They can go to mainstreetsquarerc.com to get tickets.
Awesome, perfect. Well, Eric, I'm going to stay here for a little bit longer, better taste out some more of the wines, but I'll throw it back to you in the studio. And welcome back to News Center 1. Today I'm Anya Mueller live with the Deadwood Alive troupe here at the News Center 1 studios. And I decided to get geared up as well for Wild Bill Day, so I put on my suit. And now introduce yourself, please.
I'm Seth Bullock.
Seth Bullock. All right. You're kind of pretty notorious in Deadwood.
Yeah, I'm first sheriff on the hotel.
And you're a ghost, right?
Yes, I'm a ghost.
All right. What do you enjoy about doing these reenactments?
Well, it's not every job you get where you get to shoot your own annoying coworker every day. But I'd say the reaction of the crowd, when you do something good, the laughter or, the ooh when you shoot somebody.
That's good. That's good. Okay, and you are?
Calamity Jane.
Of course. Now, how do you feel about being the only female on the troupe?
Well, the thing about being Calamity Jane is no one notices. Because the trick is you got to blend right in. And so I try to do that. Just blend right in with the fellas and do everything they're doing. Just the same as I've always done.
Well, you look good, so.
So do you.
Thank you. And you are?
I'm D. Boone May.
Okay, and who's that in history?
Well, he was a stage messenger. He used to ride up there. Sometimes he rode shotgun. He'd guard the stage because they used to have steel-lined and iron-lined stagecoaches that would come out of Deadwood with the gold in them, and I used to guard those.
Ooh,
yeah.
That sounds like a big job, too.
It is a big job.
All right, and who are you?
I'm White Earp.
White Earp. I've heard that one before.
Oh, yeah, everybody's familiar.
Now, you guys with your guns, during the reenactments, you say that it's totally safe. Can you explain about your guns?
Well, while we're on the streets, we use just non-firing replicas. It's safer to be around the public like that. But when we're doing our actual shows, we're using 1858 Remington New Armies. We put about 15 grains of black powder in there, tamp it down with a little bit of cream of wheat, top it off with Crisco.
Ooh.
It keeps it nice and safe. As long as everybody stays on the sidewalk, ain't nobody going to get hurt.
And you can maybe bake something in there with that.
Yeah, a little bit of cereal for your breakfast, yeah.
Very good. Well, thanks again, everybody from the Deadwood Alive troupe. And it's going to be a great weekend for Wild Bill Days. And Eric, I hope the weather's good too. Back to you in the studio. The food pantry in the new facility serves between 75 and 100 families every day. Still to come, JR has tips for the novice golfer, and Eric has more of your weekday weather forecast. You're watching News Center 1 today. We'll be right back.
Come and get it, crying out loud.
Back to News Center 1 today on your Thursday morning, joined by Nicole, the wellness director at the YMCA here in Rapid City. We talked about it before the break. We're talking about working out at work, and you make us do that from time to time, but this is real, like, work exercises.
Yep, these are exercises, and I even wore dress and heels today to show that anybody can do these. So I'm going to hand you each a 3-pound weight.
3-pounder.
And I want you to hold it on the base, and these exercises came from Tony, who works at the Y as well. So, no, a little bit down.
Like
down. Oh,
the
like
base.
That. Okay.
Extend your arm out, and now we're just going to cast.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, not quite all the way up, but just cast.
Just like that.
Yep, strengthening the wrist. You never know when you're going to fall and you kind of catch yourself. Your immediate reactions.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want the wrist nice and strong. You want your fingers nice and good.
I feel like my arm flab's jiggling right now.
Okay, now go ahead and grab it at the top. But just this way.
Okay.
Yep, no, a little bit higher. Yep. And now you're just going to pull it back. So we're getting the other.
Oh, yeah, it's the opposite.
Now, this is good for, like you said, anyone that could potentially fall. I mean, it happens when you
Which
leave.
is just about anybody. I tripped the other day for the first time in like 20 years. Caught myself in full-on plank position, and I was like, yes!
Oh, my goodness.
You should see me in the morning. Sometimes walking is a struggle when it's that early. But it only takes 3 pounds. I mean, you could already feel it in the
feel
floor.
it? Yeah. Yep. And then we're going to work on some finger grip, because to grip something, you don't want to drop it. I want you to just hold it with your arm extended, and you want to make sure that you're not gripping.
You don't want to cheat.
Right.
It's all about the fingers.
Yep, all about the fingers, and you're going to extend your arm, and you want your hand and your arm nice and straight.
Okay.
And then you can switch fingers.
Oh, my.
Nope, a little bit higher.
That is tough.
Okay, so now,
I just don't use my fingers to write with it.
While we're doing this, just a week ago, we're talking about core and abs. Do you believe in the stability balls in front of kind of your desk to bounce around a little during the day?
Yes, if you're going to actually use them, then yeah. But if you're going to sit there and bounce around, it probably is not going to be very productive. But again, just like with a chair, as you're sitting on a stability ball, you can kind of round up. So it's just kind of there to remind you, hey, I should be sitting up straight.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much, Nicole. And we'll have more with Nicole from the YMCA during the Today Show. And coming up in just a bit, we're going to check in with Caroline Patrikas. She is live in downtown Rapid City talking about a park, although it doesn't quite look like it just yet.
Thanks, Eric. Well, a few parking spaces in downtown Rapid City are being transformed into something new. And while it's only temporary, it is expected to grab a lot of attention. News Center 1's Caroline Patrikas is there to explain it all. Hello, Caroline. Good morning.
You bet.
And I think these ribs are for me, right?
That's right.
Try one now.
They are. You got to try
I've been waiting to dig in for the whole 2 minutes we've been standing here.
Just get her done, buddy. Just do it up. Yeah. Get messy.
Here's a single
Get in there.
Yeah.
Tell me how it is.
We got one of these. Here's a good single. I'll take these 3, but here we go.
Oh my. That was like juicy. Oh yeah.
Comes right off the bone. It's delicious.
It's just what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just what I need this morning, too.
That's right. Breakfast of champions. You know, and we brought some for the television crew, too, so you guys will take care of you.
There's plenty here. I won't hog it all, I promise.
They're all applauding in the background here. So.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Ron and Mark, for coming in today, and plan on the barbecue festival this weekend. Should be a good time.
And thanks for bringing in the barbecue.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, more than 20 regional artists will be in Custer this weekend for the opening of the Art Expressions Gallery. We'll be checking in with Caroline Patrikas later on this morning.